Well, Ben Ryan, 5 years ago, you were coaching Fiji to gold medal success. What brings you to AFC Wimbledon today?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not quite the same climate as it today, but I've got me and Robbo have got a mutual friend, and he just invited me down to come watch training and just have a chat to the team, and I've had a great day, and I've been it's been really nice, been really warmly welcomed by everyone.
From humble beginnings back in Fiji, some of those players became gold medal winners. In a similar way, AFC Wimbledon came from nothing, went right through the levels. How much does the story resonate with you?
Yeah, like chatting to Robbo about what he wants, what the vision is really for the club, and like the history of the club and where it's come from, and I went to school in Wimbledon. I was born in Wimbledon, and although I'm not an AFC fan, that's not right. I support another team, Brentford, but I'm a fan of what they're trying to achieve and what they're trying to do with the team, and there is some similarities, isn't it? It's like it's an underdog story, but it's like it's an adventure, and there's a very potentially an amazing story at the end to be told of all of this, and they're at the kind of start. So I was watching the team train, and it's quite an exciting, energetic place, because it's a young team, but with that comes like what possibilities are there for both them as individuals and as a team, and that's quite an exciting place to be, and with a head coach that he's got boundless energy really, and his heart in the right place, and he's got a very, very good coach. So it was a fun day, and I think exciting times ahead for the Dons.
And you see, the messages down there, it all starts with hard work. We're just about to start a new season. Do you see that mentality from the squad, that they really want to get down to business?
Do you know what? I would say, hard work is definitely part of what they're trying to achieve and what I saw, but I think working clever is probably working smart. I've seen quite a lot of that today. It's good. I'm really fortunate in my role that I get to go and see a lot of elite sport and work across a lot of sports, and worked quite a lot in football, and I saw some really good energy, and also quite a lot of good ownership by the team. They were you always want a leaderful team, right, where it's not just reliant on one captain. You've got a leaderful team, and it looks like that's what they're trying to achieve here.
Just what are you up to yourself in your own professional life?
Different things really. I work for the French Federation and UK Sport, and work for Nike as a consultant, and have my own consultancy. So pretty lucky. I kind of missing perhaps that one challenge again. You knew me from a long time ago when I was back at club rugby, and you've always had belonging somewhere. So I think lockdown probably made me think maybe about dipping my toe into a more permanent job. But I'm very fortunate and lucky in what I do at the moment.
A few years ago, Robbo had Eddie Jones down here.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Doing bits, which was obviously brilliant for us to witness the work Eddie was doing. That. Do you think the skills between football and rugby are transferable in that sense?
I think probably the more salient point is that sometimes someone coming in from another sport just gives you a different perspective, and it depends what your background is and coming in. But I just think it can kind of freshen up your thinking sometimes, and like as coaches we all want to be curious, and Robbo's certainly that, and he talked to me about how much he got out of Eddie's visits, and he's open-minded, and that's a really important trait as a head coach.
In terms of yourself, perhaps come and see us at Plough Lane. You nearly got to go the other week, didn't you?
Yeah, nearly got to go, and then my mate got pinged on the NHS app, so that was that stuffed. And like I said, although I was born in Wimbledon and went to school there, I grew up around the corner from Brentford, and I'm a lifelong fan. But all my mates, most of them are AFC Wimbledon fans.
Really?
Yeah, and they took me to pre-season a couple of years ago at Kingstonia, Kings Meadow, when Brentford played, and it was a lovely. I enjoyed it. So I'm sure they'll be dragging me to some games. Well, they won't be dragging me. After seeing the players today and feeling so welcome, I'll be jumping on the opportunity.
And great to see the place where you were born, Wimbledon, having its football team back in its vicinity.
Yeah, because when I remember I was about 13 or 14, and all my mates were junior Dons back then, and Plough Lane and on the terraces. I'd go and watch with them, because it's a fun thing, and they're in the first division, and that was the year that they won the FA Cup, and I remember all the celebrations in the village. we went up there as young kids because it was exciting, right? And you could sneak a beer probably in there up at the village. I remember Laurie Cunningham going past in his car and all the team, and so for my mates that have now seen this journey, like an AFC coming through, or all of what they've been through, it is an amazing story. And so for the town to have the team back back in the town centre is brilliant.
Great to hear from you, Ben. Good luck in the future.
Yeah, thanks, mate.